Hey, it's Carrie. We do what we want over here. We chill, we have open panel discussions, sing karaoke, play games, kick back, or whatever. Let's break the monotony. Hey guys, good night. What is going on? Hey Jill, how are you? How are you doing, Jill? It's good to see you. Well, I have been scrolling through the YouTube streets and I came across a document. Now, let me tell you, I have not gone through the entire document, so I thought, let me come on here and go through it real quick. And you know who it's on? It is on Christian Combs, P. Diddy's son. He also got himself into a little bit of the fool la la, because now he is being sued by Grace. And let me see if I could pronounce her name. Grace O. Marquet. I think that's her name, right? So he's been sued by her. So I got the documents from the Superior Court of the state of California. And I'm like, child, I'm going to go through this on here. Well, first of all, I was thinking of doing a video, but nah, I'll just go through it real quick. Okay. Shout out to those who are joining. Listen, we are going to be going through this document. Okay. Fair use, child. Fair use. Jill says, I am good. I'm over here editing and roaming the streets. Thanks for asking. I pray that, girl, thank you so much. I am doing as good as I can. I'll put it that way. We don't always get what we want, but I'm here. Okay, so I'm going to be going through the document with you. Okay, just got it, and I'm just going to look through it right now. We need to know what happened. What had happened? Okay. We definitely need to know what happened. Now, I'm trying to see if I could have it on screen so we could go through it. At the same time, let me see. Okay, here we go. So, the plaintiff versus Christian Combs and Sean Combs, as well as John and Jane Doe's 1 to 10. And ABC Corporation's 1 to 10. I hope you could see it right there. I zoomed in on it real good. Child. Okay. So we're going to go through it together. I just got hold of it. So we're going to be finding stuff out together. Hey, Levon. He's going to be child. He looks just like his dad for the most part, and I think his dad influenced his behavior. I think he's gonna have he. I think he's gonna get locked up too. But I'm gonna go through this documentation. Let me know if you guys can see it clearly. I am not sure how you see it from your end, but hopefully, let me see something. I think it's on full screen. Yeah. So hopefully it works, you know? Hey, Sour Patch Kid. So I thought we'd just go through this real quick. So the plaintiff's name is Grace O. Marcaig. And if anybody knows if it's pronounced the surname was pronounced wrong, you let me know. But for right now, it's Grace O. Marcaig. Okay. All right. So from what I've been seeing is that this person is very good at her job. She gets raving reviews from her clients, and she seems to be very professional at what she does. She's been traveling the world for a long time doing this, and she's enjoyed her career in the yachting business. Okay. And it is said that she started at an early age, and that is what helped to build her career. Okay. She has consistently received promotions and has never. So you see they're showing, what type of person this person is. Her attorney is making it very clear that this is a professional and she's always been very good at what she does. She has received a lot of promotions and has never been rejected for any position that she has applied for. Okay? So we've seen that so far. Okay. Prior to being SA'd by defendant Christian Combs, who will herein be called C. Combs, she worked the entirety of her career in hospitality and the yachting industry. So apparently, her coming in contact with Mr. C. Combs, the defendant, has pretty much messed up her life. It has pretty much derailed her from, becoming the best at what she is. Okay. So apparently she's saying that the result of the sexual assault resulted in her career, being damaged. She can't do the same thing she used to do anymore. Okay, so we're going through this document, child. We're going through it together. Okay. Unfortunately, as the saying has, it says that the apple does not fall far from the tree, and here we are. His father was accused of several sexual acts. Here they are. Look at all these. Look at all of these: assault, sexual violence, drugging, rape, among other deplorable conduct. So they are saying that it would want to appear that he is taken off of his father. This is, we're going through this material and we're just doing commentary. Okay. C. Combs Kristen is the second child of billionaire Sean Combs, and he's also the late ex-partner of Kim Porter. Okay, who is also the late ex-partner of Kim Porter. Okay, so that's a picture of that mutt. He's in jail right now. I wonder how his money is helping him out in jail right now. Hey, caramel latte. I wonder if his money is helping him while he's out there, serving his time. Okay. He's a rapper, a record executive, and he's popularly known as Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, Puff, Brother Love. Listen, when he came out with this Brother Love name, I almost I it was hilarious for me. I don't know when he came out with this stupid brother love name. How many times has this dude changed his name? And what did he hope to get from it? I don't know. But let's keep going through the document. Okay, so they're giving a little bit of a preview, uh, or history, I should say, about who P. Diddy is. So they talked about the fact that he was famous in the 1990s and how he became, you know, so prominent in the music industry. They tell where he lives, which is in Beverly Hills, and all of that. They talk about his parties and how he liked doing those things. Okay. During the relevant period, defendants ABC Corps are currently unknown entities who employed plaintiff or aided and or abetted the commission of conduct complaint of herein. So we're just gonna scroll through this a little bit. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's see what Grace Omar Kate says. Okay. So she is giving us an idea of what happened during the time. Hey TC. Hey everybody. He is Mr. Baby Oil. That's his next name. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the link and pin it because oftentimes I forget to pin the link. So I'm gonna drop it in the chat. And if anybody wants to be a part of the conversation, let me know and I'll bring you up because we're going through the documentation together. This is my first time seeing it and reading it with you because I only went through like the first page to be quite honest. So we're all going to learn about this thing together, okay? I am trying to pin my link, but it's not happening. Okay? I guess I'll drop it some other time. Okay. So let's go through this document, child. Okay. So, and is it big enough, guys? Can you see it if I zoom in? Is it okay? Let me know if you could see it okay. I hope so. Hey Yaya, I didn't see you. Is Yaya in here? Hey Yaya, good to see you. And Caramel Latte and everybody. I got tired of beef sector, I'm not gonna lie. So I just, I was scrolling through. It's the place you hate but you love it at the same time. Because I do love the beef sector, but I grew tired of some of the stuff happening. So here I am. We're going through Kristen's info. So Grace, I'm just gonna refer to her as Grace. Okay, so the name of the yacht is Victoria. So it's a super yacht. And I am not going to try to pronounce this Aki yacht. Okay. And it is owned and operated by Fraser. Okay. So we've learned that she's a professional at what she does. We've learned that she's gotten so many promotions and she's very good at her job. So she was a temporary second stewardess for the company Equium and she worked temporarily on Victorious. She was then offered a permanent position due to her professionalism. Her lawyer has made it very clear, and I think this is the second or third time we've seen this, that they are making it very clear that this young lady is a professional at what she does. She has a passion for her job and she is great when it comes to her skills in customer service. Okay. All right, let's keep going. In or about September 2022, she had been a part of a dedicated team at the Monaco Boat Show. So she was there and they were selling charters and so on. Okay, we're going to go through. What happened is that Combs and his people um rented this yacht. So she was told in December that they were successful in booking a charter and it was over the holidays, and what she had to do was pretty much change her family plans what she had in for the month of December so that she could be available for this charter. And remember, in a case like this, they have to work around their clients. It's not like they could, get their holidays and come whenever they want to. They work around their clients' time. So if you know what, you got a booking, you gotta go. Okay. So she pretty much switched up her holiday family planning to make sure that she was there to accommodate this charter service. She learned later on that the client was, in fact, S. Combs, Sean Diddy Combs. Hey, life is good. Hey, Tay Bay. Hey, Ronnie Q. Hey, everybody coming in. We're just going through documents, child. We're just going through court documents, and it's not beef sector documents, child. Okay. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, to those who are new to the channel, please subscribe if you have not yet done so. Okay. All right. So she found out that Sh- P. Diddy, was the person who leased the yacht, and he's pretty much had full control of everything having to do with the yacht, the premises, the staff, everything. Just imagine how excited she must have been learning that, this is some top a celebrity kind um coming up. So she used, let me see, let's go to line 27 or point 27, whatever they call it. Okay, so it says she was accustomed to working in discreet VIP environments, but for this one with this A-list celebrity, P. Diddy, she was determined that she was going to make it really special for them, for him and his family, right? So she was assigned the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift along with one other crew member. And this shift is commonly known as the late shift. Ooh, so there were two persons. Okay. So two persons were placed on the 6 to 6 shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's a long shift, and especially knowing that the freaks come out at nights, especially knowing that Combs and his crew, they party hard at nights. Look at his face, look at him, you could tell he's just like his dad. Look at his face, look at their faces, you could man, these people, man, I tell you, let's keep going anyways. Let's go, let's keep going. So although Diddy was always on the yacht, his sons, C. Combs and Justin Combs, were staying in a luxury villa which was nearby. Okay? But in the evenings, what they would do is come join Diddy on the yacht. Okay? During the second week, so they were there for a while. So this is the second week. Okay. So during the second week of the charter service, there was a significant amount of partying and drug use, which caused the guests to stay up throughout the night. Oh my God. Didn't take too long for them to start using drugs, did it? Oh my God. He does Sour Patch. I think so too. You know what? Growing up, I can remember I was in high school. I used to see pics and, videos of Diddy, and I used to look in his eyes, and I'm like, I couldn't explain it at the time, but I remember growing up, and I'll be like, this guy there's just something evil about his eyes. It's just dark to me, and that was just me as a child, you know. I'm just saying. But anywho, let's keep going. The makeup of the yacht quickly evolved from just defendants Sean and his family to include a constant rotation of suspected sex workers and other A-list celebrities. Here goes the names: French Fontana, as well as actor Cuba Gooding Jr. So the yacht was supposed to be his family and like close friends, but hey, other people started coming up. Other A-list celebrities started coming through. And if you notice, it also said suspected sex workers were coming on this trip too. Oh my lord. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. So you mean to tell me? Let's keep going, child. Suspected sex workers. You hear me? Okay. So, what was supposed to be a wholesome family excursion, as the yacht was rented out for, was now a hedonistic environment. So that changed quickly. So what they thought they were coming into to work, I mean, what's her name? I almost said Mary, guys. I almost said Mary. Let me just say plaintiff. So let's just go with plaintiff because I can't remember her name. Oh my God. Okay, so according to the plaintiff, it resulted in an unexpected increase in workload for her and her colleagues. And I can well imagine because, okay, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., only two persons to serve a bunch of party goers, and it's not just a small family event anymore. Now it's him, now it's all these sex workers, now it's all his A-list celebrity friends coming in. Oh my God. It was no longer a family excursion. You saw that word, a hedonistic environment. Just imagine what she was seeing. Just imagine some of the things she was hearing. I used to think Quincy was different from Kristen. Yeah, but you never know, Lavon. You never know. Okay, thank you. All right, let's keep going. It also, oh, hold on. So the workload increased for herself and her colleagues. She was now amongst people who were doing unlawful drugs, who were engaging in sex work, and there was a lot of chaos on the yacht. Oh my God, just imagine how she felt. She said the environment became extremely hazardous and people were always demanding drinks even up until 6 a.m. Okay, the staff was not being treated good. They were being disrespected. There were sex workers sprawled out unconscious all over the yacht, and she just couldn't distinguish the difference between alcohol bottles that were laced with drugs or bottles that were not. Oh my God. So she made it very clear that there was drug use on the yacht. She made it very clear that there were sex workers on the yacht and other A-list celebrities who passed through. So she also made it clear that it became a hedonistic environment for her to work. It is important to note that as a bartender, so they're saying here that she understands the impact of alcohol. So she was pretty much saying this is not just alcohol these people are on. Why are they falling over themselves? Why are some of the women, after drinking these drinks or taking a shot, why do they start passing out? Why are they panicking? So she had reason to believe that somehow this alcohol may be laced with drugs. Baby, Cuba is in enough trouble. You know, I haven't been keeping up with Cuba. What's he been going on with? I don't even know. I hope the plaintiff sued her employer. They most likely have enough history with the diddler to know what he was capable of. From what I heard, child, that captain, or I should say her employer, did not want to lose such a big client that even when she complained about what they did, she was not treated well. But let's keep going with this documentation, child. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. The plaintiff was aware that Rodney Jones, a producer who was employed to work on the Love album Off the Grid, was required to be on standby for musical recordings often late into the night. Okay, so she was aware that he'd be there. Okay, all right, we don't need to go in all of that about the number of the album and blah blah blah. Let's keep going. Mr. Okay, hold on. Mr. Jones was accepted as an extended member of the service staff and spent time with the plaintiff at the service bar and piano room where he played the piano. Now, what do they mean by spent time? Hmm. With a plaintiff? Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones is a producer, right? Yeah, a producer. So why is it stated here that okay, now he was supposed to come first to do something, but now he was an extended member of the service staff? Hmm. Hmm. I don't understand that part. Mm, okay. Alrighty. We'll keep going. Okay. So he played the piano there. Okay. On or about the early morning of December 28th, 2022, the evening shift started as normal. At about 5 a.m., the plaintiff was messaged on the on duty phone that the defendant, Kristen Combs, would be joining the yacht by tender. And we know what that is. It's a small craft that takes them to the larger yachts, right? Okay. And they also do things like provide different service, entertainment. If people are supposed to come there and perform on the boat, the tender will take them to. I watched a lot of what's that thing called? Ooh, I can't even remember the name. Ooh, what's the name of that thing that I used to watch with these young folks who showed what it was like doing yacht service? Man, I can't think right now. I'm too tired. I used to watch a lot of that. Anywho, let me see what the chat is saying. Thank you for dropping my link and my information, Ronnie Q. Maybe networking. They treated him like the help because he wouldn't play ball. Okay. Thank you, Ronnie Q. Thank you. I was trying to remember the name of that. I watched a lot of Below Deck until I just got tired of watching them, especially when they would get mad drunk all the time. And I'm talking about the crew. And they would engage in all sorts of you know what when they were on their breaks. I used to just stay back to watch to see how much they got for their tip, you know, and the little drama that happens in the little rooms and stuff. But I don't watch it anymore. Hey, Vibrant Love. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, everybody. Thank you for passing through. We're just going through these documents, child. We're trying to find out what Kristen was going on with his nasty ass. Okay. We want to know what happened on the boat. What happened? Okay. Let's keep going. I hope you guys can read it. Let me know if it's big enough. Okay. Although it was not unheard of, let me see if I missed anything up here. Oh, wait, we missed something. Hold on. Okay. All right. So they got a message that, okay, so C. Combs, the defendant, wanted to be brought over to Victorious. That's the name of the yacht. The yacht that they were working on. So he wanted to come over to record in their makeshift recording studio with Mr. Jones, who plays the piano. Okay. Although it was not unheard of for the defendant to come aboard at such a late hour, he usually stayed at his dwelling offshore overnight. Remember, we spoke earlier on about him staying nearby at some not a hotel, what's the other word for it? He stayed somewhere, some other place, which was close by. All right. So it wasn't unusual for him to want to come on board. So, okay, they made arrangements for him to come over because he would have only been there on nights when there were parties. I'm assuming. Okay. The defendant, C. Combs, arrived in the tender and was heavily intoxicated. The plaintiff suspects that the defendant was intoxicated from a mixture of narcotics and alcohol. She suspected that, but hey, you don't know. Not saying that they don't indulge in all of that shit. Thank you, Ronnie Q. You are really helping me out tonight, girl. Listen, when you get up at 4 in the mornings, child, and you don't get to rest, and I'm a bit tired. I won't be staying up for too late tonight at all. But okay, let me keep going. Let's keep going. So, um, he when he came on the Victorious, the yacht, he immediately started ordering tequila shots to be poured from a bottle of alcohol that he may have brought onto the yacht. Ironically, the defendant was playing Cassie's song, Me and You. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Cassie, of course, was an artist under Sean Combs. And he was also Diddy's former love interest. Okay? And remember, she also accused Sean of serious sexual and mental abuse. Okay? All right. So he wanted shots while he was there. Okay. And she, the plaintiff, was the only one serving at the time. Okay. The plaintiff noticed immediately that he was particularly attentive with her, which she considered very inappropriate. However, she began to become concerned when he insisted that she take shots of the tequila that he brought on board the yacht. Okay. Your nasty ass brought your laced alcohol and you wanted the stewardess, to drink from the bottle you took there. They're supposed to trust you. Oh my God. And why does he think that, her as a professional, she's at work. She's not partying out with you. She is working. That's her job. Why should she be out here drinking with you? Look at him with his creepy dark eyes. Ciao. Anywho, so under pressure and wanting to be polite, the plaintiff obliged. Girl, bye. This is where I am not with you anymore. She obliged. He encouraged her to drink from the bottle that he took on the boat, and she obliged. Girl, you lost me there. You lost me at the letter O, girl. She obliged. Prior to this, the plaintiff witnessed defendants S. Combs create a Black Santa video which showed him demanding the captain various head of departments and crew to take a shot of tequila with him. As this was a pattern established by the captain of the yacht and the defendant, S. Combs, the plaintiff said she felt comfortable knowing that he was present and she didn't think anything more of it. Girl, you should have remained professional. And do not think that because you saw the captain, don't think that because you saw other heads of the department take shots with Diddy that you were allowed to do it too. This is one of the things you got to learn from very earlier on as a child. Thank God for my mom. Let me shout her out. Do not do what everybody else is doing. And that is one thing that has stayed with me. Okay, you don't have to be a part of a crew, child. You do not need to fit in. The girl said she obliged because she thought it was okay because other members, especially those who were above her, were doing it prior. Oh my God. Mm-mm. So she didn't think anything of it and she indulged in whatever it is that he gave her to drink. Her At this point the mood changed and things became sinister. The defendant, Christian Combs, insisted that the plaintiff stay chatting and that she sits beside him. Okay. She was polite and she resisted and she, asked to leave. However, Kristen became aggressive and insisted again that she took a further shot and sit beside him. Child, he violently grabbed her and decided, listen, you're going to sit beside me. So he prevented her from getting up. She insisted that she had to return to the pantry, but he did not listen. He became more angry. Well, sorry, he became angrier and forced the plaintiff to take another shot. Do you believe that this big-headed face do you believe that what he was doing was pretty much saying, "Listen, you got to do what I ask you to do." Hey, Noble. Hey, Noble. Do you think that he thought the drug wasn't working for her cuz she just wanted to get away so badly? Let's keep reading, child. The plaintiff was quite scared and realized she was in a very dangerous situation. She was also feeling the effect of the tequila shots and quickly suspected that the tequila was spiked. Now, you said previously that you saw a hedonistic environment. You saw people drinking and passing out and girls, becoming afraid and stuff. And you're going to tell me that you still decided to drink from any one of the clients on board. Girl, you are crazy at this point. So all of that professionalism that we heard about in the beginning, you mean to tell me that you were still girl, bye. Mm-mm. At this point, the situation escalated and the plaintiff started to be physically assaulted by the defendant, Sean Combs. So he came to, oh my God, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that he joined too? Notice the defendant S. Combs is here, but prior to that, it was C. Combs who was insisting that she took another shot, and he's the one who started to get angry and stuff. And then now we're here. Oh my God. So Diddy came in. Oh my God. Let's take a break for that one. So Diddy came in. Oh my gosh. Diddy came in. Child. Oh Lord. Mm-mm. Like father, like son. That's what they say all the time. Like father, like son. Mm-mm-mm. Not good. I gotta take a break. I am too much into it at this point. Hey, it's Carrie. We do what we want over here. We chill, we have open panel discussions, sing karaoke, play games, kick back, or whatever. Let's break the monotony. Baby, Let's continue to read through this document. Okay. So you mean to tell me Diddy came through? So Diddy came and he started to be physically um and he was physically assaulting her at that point. He touched her legs, her breasts, her anus, and vagina, and he also tried to kiss her and proceeded to kiss her neck, face, and hands. And we all know how he could be overpowering. We saw how he treated Cassie on the floor like a rag doll. Can you imagine having to deal with that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's keep going. Ooh. So the timeline at this point is very blurry and vague to the plaintiff because she does not recall exactly what happened to her due to the effects of the spiked tequila shots. Now, how does she know it was spiked? I don't know, girl. You should have never had that shot. Why did you make him drink it? And that why did you drink it, girl? And that is why they decided to move in on you. You have to be careful. What is wrong with these young people? I'm getting old, so I can say that now, okay? Girl, you are on the job. What is wrong with you, girl? Ugh, these young folks, I tell you. All right, let's keep going. Luckily for a plaintiff, due to the defendant's insistence on Mr. Jones recording everything, Mr. Jones has an audio recording of the defendant, C. Combs, drugging and oh my God, sexually assaulting the plaintiff. So let's go to the transcript. So there is audio. So I'm assuming here the audio said, oh my God. Let's look at the audio real quick. So the audio says, yo, it's Shadow Clock. That's Kristen. So this is Kristen, this is plaintiff, and this is Kristen again. So Kristen is there telling her it's Shadow Clock, and she's like, no, I am not doing shots. Kristen, I am not doing shots. And she's like, and then Kristen is there, everybody, we got to take a shot. And then on the audio that Mr. Jones has, you continue to hear the plaintiff says, I'll just put the ledge. Defendant C. Combs says, no, take the whole thing. Why was he so insistent on having her take the whole thing? Do you guys know? Do you realize that this is what they... Hey, Sly Jones, good to see you. You know, my mind ran on you today, child. And here you are. Okay, good to see you. I was wondering if you were still studying and stuff. Okay, so she was there saying, no, and he was there telling her to take the whole thing. No, you will take it as well. Take the whole shot. So that was Christian telling her to take the whole shot. And she's saying, I'm only doing it as long as you take it as well. You could tell she was hesitant there too, because she was telling him he had to drink it. Kristen was like, I ain't going to lie. I am not taking nothing. Please take the shot. Now, come on, guys. Are we reading the same thing? Look at this. If he says he is not taking anything, he's not taking nothing. But at the same time, he's still encouraging her to take the shot. Ain't no part, girl. Slide. Carrie does not do parties. You hear me? I have done enough in life when it comes to parties and stuff. Okay? Hey, Sally O'Malley. I barely ever drink alcohol. If I drink alcohol more than 3 times for the year, I'd be lying to you. You hear me? I do not. I'll probably try for the new year, but that's about it for me. I want to be in control of myself. Okay, so let's keep going. So the plaintiff says, you are drugging me? And the defendant, that's Kristen, says, take the shot. Hey, yo, play another beat one time because now... And then we don't hear anything after. Let me keep going. Cassie, Me and You featuring P. Diddy. Okay, so there's a song in the background. P. Diddy and Young Jock. Oh, so coincidental, isn't it? It is so ironic. It is so interesting that Cassie's song is in the background. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's keep going. But if you notice, he is encouraging her to take the shot, and he is saying he's not taking anything. And then you heard her ask, you are drugging me? Okay. Okay, the plaintiff says, this is not an offer. Kristen says, you said what? And the plaintiff says, I can't. I am swapping out. I can't do it. I'm sorry, darling. And the defendant is like, no, we need you. And the plaintiff, she's like, I'm going to stop. Stop. I have to go. I have to go. Honestly, I'm like already losing sleep. I have to go now. So I'm assuming her saying she has to switch out means she has to switch with another crew member who's supposed to be, taking over from her on her shift. And he was there saying, you're the best one on this ship, though. And she's like, what do you mean? Who's going to replace you? Who's going to replace me? F that. That's going to be trash, though. So he's pretty much saying that he just wants her because, of course, he was, interested in her. You feel me? And she's like, excuse me? You don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. If I want to do this, then I will. You don't touch my legs like that. And then Kristen says, listen, you and everybody in the crew, it's great. And the plaintiff was saying, I can't. I have to go down. I have to go down. And blah, blah, blah. So they were vibing, blah, blah, blah. She's saying, I can't. I promise you, I wish I could, but I can't unless I say that you guys requested me. So she was thinking of her job, I'm assuming. Okay, so Kristen says, yes, who can I talk to right now? Who can I talk to? I'm going to say I requested you right now. Well, you can take your hand off my ass for the first thing. Child. So that's the audio that was captured by Mr. Jones, who supposedly wants some producer or someone who plays music. So according to her, the plaintiff, she said she would have to be requested because she knew anyone of authority who would approve the request was asleep. Okay, so the defendant, C. Combs, would not have been able to contact them, and the plaintiff could then leave. Okay, so she was trying to be, smart. Okay, all right, since you say so, girl. Since you say so. All right, let's keep going. According to the plaintiff, she said she would have to be requested. Oh, I read that part already. We're still going through the document. For those who are just coming in, we're trying to see what's going on with Diddy. We're trying to see what's going on with Kristen. What happened to the plaintiff on this yacht? Okay, so she made her way to the pantry where she met another steward who was assigned to take over her shift. Her colleague recognized that she was visibly intoxicated, in shock, and trying to finish the shift. Shortly after returning to the pantry, the defendant, Kristen Combs, called for the plaintiff. He went looking for her and he demanded that she find him a place to sleep on the yacht. Now remember, guys, he was never sleeping on the yacht. He was supposedly in a villa close by, and he would only come over, but he never slept there. So at that point, he was, telling the plaintiff that she needed to find a place for him to sleep. Okay. At such a late hour of the night, there were no spare cabins for the defendant, and that was Kristen. But he refused to go back to his villa, and he said he wanted to sleep on the yacht tonight. And the place that they found for him was in the cinema room. Okay, so it was also used as an extra sleeping area. So she proceeded to, get the cinema room, prepared for him. And when she was trying to exit, guess what happened? Christian blocked her from exiting. Oh my God. He became physically and extremely aggressive, and he cornered her and started to grope her. And she was there constantly pushing him back. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see what slide says. The two boys were raised by their mom, King Porter, here in my hometown in Georgia when they were younger. Well, child, she raised them, and then Diddy dragged them up. I'll tell you that. Okay. She raised them and he dragged them up for the rest of the way. Okay. Because he turned them into what he is. It is so sad. And just imagine, they look up to him. They see how successful he is and all of that. Of course, they're going to emulate their dad. Of course, they're going to do that. So just imagine some of the things that his sons have had to endure because of him or had to experience because of him. That is some crazy stuff. So he was groping her. His penis was erect. He grabbed her arms and was trying to oh my god. He tried to force her to perform oral copulation on him. That's a good way to put it. Oral copulation. Okay. She was fighting him, and then her partner, who was on board, entered the cinema. The defendant, C. Combs, he was startled, and of course, the plaintiff was finally able to get away from him. Oh my God. The plaintiff's partner became concerned when looking for the plaintiff after she had not returned to her room after her shift had ended. The morning after, the plaintiff complained to the yacht's captain, Captain Peter Milkov. But guess what the captain did? Hold on. Okay, so Slide says that when they were growing up, they were decent kids. I can imagine. I can well imagine, but that is no longer the case. He's going to be sharing cells with his dad soon, or they're just going to be like next door neighbors. I don't know. They're going to be cellmates. They're going to be something, but I'm assuming he's going to be there too. Okay. I wonder how old he is. Look at his face. Oh my God. Let's go back. Let's go back to the documents, child. Okay. All right. Are we even halfway there? Oh my God. How many pages? We got about 18 more. I got to go a little bit faster than this. So she went and she complained to the captain. I'm just scamming and skimming through this real quick. So she went and she complained to the captain, and guess what the captain did? He berated her. Okay. He berated her and said that she was probably voluntarily partying with the guest. So he pretty much had no concern for her, no compassion for her. He didn't care. In his mind, she was there doing everything willingly. So you mean to tell me she came and she complained, and you as a male, I'm telling you about these men. Oh my God. And he was there saying that she did it voluntarily. Oh my God. She was in disbelief. Okay, she said she wasn't doing that. She was then assigned to work in front of the house, which required personally serving the same defendant, Christian Combs, who she just complained about. So you mean to tell me she complained about something that happened and you took Christian Combs' side and you still put her on frontline duty, so she still had to come in contact with him? She was not given the opportunity to be isolated, but she still had to go and work with him. At the time, she was 25 years old, and based on the information and belief, Sean Combs, also they believe him. Okay, hold on. Defendant Sean Combs' employees, including his drug mule Brendan Paul, his chief of staff Christina Coram, and his second in line Frankie Stanella, learned of what occurred and informed the defendant S. Combs. Okay. Shortly after, Captain Milkov received a generous tip from Diddy in order to keep him quiet and to keep him from protecting the plaintiff. Oh my God. So he was there using his money to shut the captain up and to also make sure that the plaintiff was not able. You see what these people do with their filthy money? And this is probably why the captain even, had no compassion for her in the first place. He had no compassion for her because he wanted to secure his big tip. He wanted to make sure that, this charter went well. Oh my God. Mm-mm. So he got some hush money right there. What do you guys think so far? What do you guys think so far? Sly Jones says so was Little Bow Wow. They were all good kids, good children, sorry, until they met with these filthy people. Okay? Until they met with people like Diddy. It is sad. I cannot pin the link from my end, so I'm just gonna keep dropping it. If you guys have anything that you want to say about what we've read so far. So we have established that the plaintiff, who is supposedly a professional at what she does, um, got a job, a charter. She went on the yacht to do her job. However, she started to see some really interesting things happening. You know, she found out that it was Sean Combs and his family who was supposed to be there. The family, well, his sons, they would stay in a villa close by. Hey Dovey, happy holidays to you too. And he would see all sorts of she would see all sorts of stuff happening while she was doing her charter, while she was working as a stewardess there. um she claimed it was a hedonistic environment. She saw females, falling over. Speaking of court cases, Dovey, we're looking at a court case right now. Speaking of court cases, here you go. We are looking at Kristen, uh, Diddy's sons. He has a case against him too. So, speaking of court cases, and it's so coincidental that, this came up with the whole situation with Dovey's court case, and then out of nowhere, I get access to this pretty much falls in my lap. I'm telling you about YouTube. I don't know. It's a lot going on. Only a few members of the ship's staff were required to write statements. The plaintiff and her partner were the only two staff members that were not interviewed. So you mean to tell me you had two persons working the 6 to 6 shift, her being one of them? The person who actually complained about what happened, you did not take any statements from her? The person who relieved her, or who was the one who went to, find her in the cinema room, you didn't take any type of information, any statement from her? Okay, so now we're going to look at some of the alleged bruises. Look at her hands. Can you see it? She's a Caucasian woman. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Hey, M. Renee. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody coming in. So these are the alleged, let's look. Look at her arm. The areas are circled. If you notice, these are the alleged, and I put air quotes, damages according to this, because it says complaint for damages. So you could see on her wrist. So apparently she took pictures of what happened, of her arm, the areas he was holding on to and stuff. And yes, she's Caucasian. Let's go through this real quick. So according to her, the plaintiff, this whole situation has traumatized her. She's felt so bad because of the fact that it was a cover-up, that Sean used his money to, keep the captain on hush. They isolated her and, did not even listen to what she had to say. She was terminated. Do you know that oh my God, the retaliation finally resulted in the plaintiff's termination by the captain, Petar Milkov. You mean to tell me that because there was a cover-up, they did not want her to continue working there? They terminated her. Oh my God. So not only did she lose her employment, now we're finding out that the person who was on the ship too, her longtime partner, who she planned to have a future with, didn't see her the same again. You know, the bruises on her body after seeing that, they couldn't deal with the mental and emotional ramifications, and it led to them separating. Oh, wow. So she continued to say that her health deteriorated. She got depressed. She couldn't even carry out her duties at a wedding that her sister was getting married. And even though she's been looking forward to it for 18 months, she still wasn't able to, perform her duties there. She's had panic attacks, anxiety attacks. She's had issues with her body image and appetite as a result of the sexual assault that she experienced. Um, she said she even had severe suicidal ideations. So she even said that her physical health was on such a decline that she had several epileptic seizures. Oh my God. These seizures resulted in the plaintiff losing her ability to privately do things she was accustomed to doing alone. Now she has to have supervision to do basic activities like swimming and bathing, and she's not. Oh my God. Oh wow. All because of these two. I think she should. My God. Oh my God. Let's keep going. Mm-mm. Premises, liability, and aiding and abetting. Okay, let's see what this is saying. We're all going through this together. This is my first time reading all the way down to here. Okay. So they're saying that Diddy fostered and encouraged an environment of debauchery. Okay. There was always a party atmosphere. It was always sex workers there. There were suspected laced alcohol. There was violence and sheer disrespect of women as well as the yacht crew. Okay. They're saying that there were absolutely no safeguards that were put in place to ensure that there were no excessive drug use or excessive drinking or the importation of purported sex workers. So because Diddy failed to ensure that there was a safe environment, hold on, Krista, one of the defendants, because that person works for Sean. Hold on. Instructed the plaintiff to ensure that the entire bar area was stocked with DeLeon, tequila, and Ciroc vodka. It was important for the defendant S. Combs to be surrounded by these bottles. On this occasion, the defendant S. Combs was visibly intoxicated. I would never want to live this type of life. Never. And I guess that is why. Child, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, let me keep going real quick. The incident led the plaintiff to believe that the defendant, Diddy, knew what was right from wrong. Okay. Because he returned sober, holding his newborn daughter, and, all the bottles were removed and stuff. I don't know. This is some crazy stuff. Let me keep going through this thing real quick. Let's keep going. On many occasions, the plaintiff witnessed young girls, visiting the boat. They would stay for less than 30 minutes in a cabin with a guest and leave. This led the plaintiff to believe that these girls were sex workers. Oh my God. According to the plaintiff, the defendant, Diddy, routinely engaged in and encouraged open illegal drug use while on the yacht. Oh my God. And this is why the captain of that yacht wanted to make sure that, he was pleased. And he didn't even care that the woman came and made a report to him. And he gladly took that hush money and terminated the plaintiff's service. She was unemployed because of what she experienced, the sexual assault she experienced on the boat. That is some crazy work. It is sad. Oh my God. It's a lot going on. Okay, let me go back to the documentation real quick. According to the plaintiff, in another incident, S. Combs had several women whom the plaintiff suspected of being sex workers. In one incident, a girl was extremely upset and ran to the lower deck, locked herself in the massage room, and was hysterically crying. She said she didn't feel safe and wanted to leave. The crew was alerted of this. At this time, Sarah Chapman, one of S. Combs' children's mother, was due to have a massage, so the plaintiff had to attempt to remove this young woman from the massage room, but she was very reluctant as she felt unsafe. Eventually, she left. Oh my God, so you had women coming in and out, spending less than half an hour, women crying and locking themselves in the rooms because they felt unsafe. Maybe the drugs didn't work on her. Maybe she didn't drink what they were sipping or what they were offering. Okay. According to the plaintiff, on another occasion, the defendant, Christian Combs, lost a large bag of marijuana and required the crew to search the yacht for it. On another occasion, while Hulu was filming, Sean Diddy Combs and his friends, including Young Miami, were playing a game called Carisha Please. The defendant, Sean Combs, was dared to expose himself. Oh, Lord. At that point, Sean Diddy Combs stood up, pulled down his pants, and exposed his penis. The plaintiff was standing beside the table and heard the commotion. Diddy's mother was sitting beside him. Oh my God, she was there too. Oh my God, we have seen some success. Ooh, child, she was there. The plaintiff then returned to the pantry and refused to stand by outside of the pantry for the duration of that service period. So she was shocked. She saw a lot of stuff. She thought it was going to be a regular charter service, child. These A-list celebrities, we've heard about those Diddy parties, okay? Here goes another one. According to the plaintiff, on another occasion during New Year's Eve, the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs, had guests who stayed until late afternoon the next day. Hold on, wait a minute, where are we on this thing? A fight broke out between Justin Combs' friends. They physically assaulted each other and walked around the boat topless, screaming. The plaintiff and the crew felt very uneasy in this environment. At one point, one of the defendants, Sean Combs' guest, shoved the plaintiff's chief steward on the stairs and threw an object across the bar. So it was mayhem on that boat. Oh my God. So the crew had to deal with all of this in order to get a big tip at the end of the day. Okay, got you. So they were drunk all the time. They were fighting all the time. They were carrying in people to come indulge in sexual relations with them on the boat. Oh my God. On another occasion, she witnessed an argument between a woman and a man. The man was upset and proceeded to physically assault her. Oh my God. What was happening on these boats? These yachts? According to the plaintiff, the defendant, that's Diddy, his assistant, Diddy's assistant and noted drug mule, Brendan Paul, once came down to the pantry and was laughing uncontrollably. Oh my God, this has got to be like a nightmare in hell. And you do not have any way to get off of the boat if you wanted to. You had no way to leave because you were surrounded by water unless you had those tenders coming for you. So you mean to tell me she had to endure this the whole time, all in the name of serving these freaking A-list celebrities? You have got to be kidding me. I don't think I could deal with it at all. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I gotta pause for the cause. I have to. Mm-mm. My name is Carrie. I'm so very. Hey, it's Carrie. We do what we want over here. We chill, we have open panel discussions, sing karaoke, play games, kick back, or whatever. Let's break the monotony. My name is Carrie. I'm so very. Okay, and we're back. We have been going through this Diddy case um for an hour now. I had no idea I'll be here this long going through it, but we gotta go through it. Okay, we started. We started. So why not? Okay. We have to know. I think I'm gonna follow this darn case up. Okay. The plaintiff also said that his drug mule Brendan had to sit and watch the defendant S. Combs, that's Sean Diddy Combs, have sex with multiple women. He said Diddy wanted him present just in case he needed him to get him something while he was in the middle of the act. Oh my God. No wonder the plaintiff said it was a hedonistic environment. So you mean to tell me, as his assistant, you have to stay there and watch him engage in sexual acts and be there just in case he asks for you to pass the baby oil. You had to be there to pass the baby oil for him, or the powder, or the butt plugs, or whatever it was. I would never want that job. I could not. I could not. I do not want to watch the nasty, okay? So, the plaintiff questioned why Brendan would want to work for defendants Diddy Combs if he was required to do such things. And Brendan replied by saying it was a good link to have in the industry. Well, okay. According to the plaintiff, when the defendants John Combs chartered the yacht, she witnessed and served several A-list guests on board, including rappers, Redacted. Okay, so the names are taken out. Okay, and Cuba Gooding Jr. So all of those rappers, their names were redacted. I'm gonna see if I see them anywhere else, and they also showed the name of an actor. We also heard about the other, what's the name of that other guy? I don't remember his name. He's unforgettable. He's not memorable. Let's keep going. According to the plaintiff, Cuban Gooding Jr. was extremely unpleasant to serve. He sat at the bar and made derogatory comments to the plaintiff. He was visibly intoxicated, and she was in the room and witnessed him inappropriately touching producer Rodney Jones, who at the time was working on the Love album. As a result of the conduct of S. Combs, Sean Diddy Combs, and Christian Combs, the plaintiff continues to suffer serious harm. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm still reading. First cause of action. Okay, let's go. So here goes the assault. First one says she was violently groped, her legs, her breast, her anus, and her vagina. He also tried to kiss her. This is Christian, by the way. So these are the allegations, okay? 1, she was groped on her legs, breast, anus, and vagina. Christian also proceeded to kiss her neck, face, and hands. He forced her to drink. Let me see if that's what it says. Drink alcohol, which she now believes was laced with drugs. He exposed himself to her. He barred her with his naked, erect penis, and he tried to ask her to perform oral copulation. She was seriously bruised as a result of the attack, and she did not consent to any of the sexual assault or misconduct, and she was drugged and intoxicated by Christian Combs. Okay. Let's keep going. As a result, She has suffered economic injury because you got to remember, she lost her job. Her job was terminated. Okay. She has also spoken about having seizures and all of those other stuff. Okay. So she continues to suffer great emotional distress and was prevented and will continue to be prevented from performing daily activities and obtaining the full enjoyment of life. Okay. So the first cause of action was assault, and the second action. So the first was assault, the second action. Okay. So she says on or around December 28th, Christian Combs sexually battered her by violently grabbing her, groping her legs, breast, anus, and vagina. Okay. And the same applies with the kissing of the neck and forcing her to drink and barring her from getting out of that room, the cinema room, I think it was. She also has those bruises to show as a result of the attack and the fact that he had his erect penis on her. And it is defined by California Civil Code 1708.5. Child, that's a civil code. Okay. And of course, that she's experienced economic injury as a result of the assault. Let me scroll through this thing real quick because this is a lot. Did I look at the third? So I'm not going to go through everything. The first one, let's go. I'm not going through everything. The first one was assault. The second one was battery. The third one was sexual assault. The fourth was premises liability. The plaintiff realleges and incorporates by reference, as though set forth fully at this point, the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs, leased, occupied, and or controlled the yacht on which the plaintiff was sexually assaulted and battered on the date and time that she was sexually assaulted and battered. So he's the one who had control over the staff and the happenings aboard. So of course he's gonna be sued. Of course, because he had complete control. And he's the one who made it easy for nonstop illegal drugs to be used and alcohol and all of those sex workers coming on with all of those parties and stuff. And he's the one who allowed all of those illegal sexual activities to happen, okay? All right, we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end. The fifth cause of action is aiding and abetting. Let me see what slide says. Didn't TMZ catch Cuba Gooding fondling a white woman a while back? Child, I don't know. I don't be retaining these things, slide. I don't retain some of this stuff, but I do know his name was being called up for a few things of late. Child, I stopped watching TMZ a long time ago. I used to be watching TMZ like every afternoon, but then I don't be watching TV anymore, slide, so I don't keep up with the times anymore. I have resigned myself to getting old, and because I watch so much YouTube anyways, I don't have enough time for TV. And when I do watch a little bit of Netflix, I'll be on my iPad or on my computer watching it, so I don't keep up with stuff happening on TV a lot. Okay. So the fifth cause of action was aiding and abetting because he knew that the sexual assault was being committed. He knew about the assault and battery. He fostered an environment and culture to his son and his employees to do whatever they wanted with the plaintiff and the other yacht staff. Okay. Also, aiding and abetting because he provided the drugs and the alcohol. Okay. And that is how comes they were able to take advantage of all these women. Okay. And if it wasn't for him, she would not have experienced economic injury. It was him. Because then remember, she lost her job. Remember, she got sick. Now she can't have the same quality of life anymore. Okay. So the sixth cause of action is intentional infliction of emotional distress. Because not only did Combs assault her violently, she was also forced to drink alcohol, which she now believes was laced with drugs. So all of the same things are in here about the battery and all of that. And also because her relationship with her significant other ended prematurely because her other half, her significant other, could not deal with the physical and the emotional ramifications of the assault by Christian Combs. Okay. And she was humiliated by what happened. It caused injury to her nervous system. Oh wow. She sustained an injury to her nervous system and person. And this is something that she's continuously suffering from. Okay. Seventh cause of action. Oh my God. Seventh cause of action, negligent infliction of emotional distress. Let's see if there's an eighth one. Okay. Okay, so there's a prayer. Okay. I don't understand how the prayer comes in. Maybe somebody who knows about this could let me know. So she prays. This is the plaintiff, Grace Omarke, prays for judgment against all defendants. And this is what she wants. I guess we're at the end of it finally. This is what she wants. She wants compensation. She wants, okay, let me read it as is. For compensatory special and general damages according to proof, for punitive and exemplary damages, sorry, for cost of suit, prejudgment and post-judgment interest, and such other and further relief as the court may deem necessary or appropriate. And we've come to the end of it. Ciao. Here we go. We have come to the end. There you go. And thankfully there was some audio of her that was, shown. Let me take this off. Ciao. It's a lot going on. Let me see what slide said. On November 22nd, 2023, Cuba Gooding Jr. was sued by two women whose sexual assault case is against the Oscar winning. Okay. I got you. Now look at what he got himself into. So we got to the end of the document. What are your thoughts so far? Oh my God. That was kind of hard to watch. I think I want Kristen to go join his dad. He has to learn a lesson that you don't just do what you want with females. You don't just do whatever you want and think because you make certain advances. Don't think because you're the son of a celebrity. Don't think that you can always get what you want and people are supposed to indulge in certain things because you ask them, because you want them to. Don't be forcing yourself on people. She was doing her job. She was working. And you were forcing yourself on her. And that was wrong. I'm going to be keeping up to see what happens next. I just found the document and thought I'd come on here and talk about it real quick. But we'll see what happens. So let me look. So far we've heard about, what it was like for her working with them, So now we're going to look at the different cause of actions. So I think there were 8 cause of actions that I read. So the first cause of action was assault. The second cause of action was battery. The third cause of action was sexual assault. The fourth cause of action was premises liability, because he's the one who freaking chartered the service and stuff. Um, the fifth cause of action was aiding and abetting. The sixth cause of action was intentional infliction of emotional distress. The seventh cause of action was negligent infliction of emotional distress. And that was about it. Okay. So hopefully she gets the compensation that she wants, especially for the damages to her physically, mentally, and the fact that she said she now, she she she's not able to work like she did before, and it's all as a result of the injury, and especially because she said the alcohol that she drank was laced. Okay. And apparently there was proof. Not only was there recordings for people to hear the audio, but there were also pics of the damages done to her hand. I'm not sure if there were any other pieces of proof apart from the audio and the pictures. But I would want to think that there are medical documents to prove that she's had seizures and so on. So we're going to, pretty much hear about that. And she wants all the money that she spent for the cost of the suit, for the cost of prejudgment, post-judgment, and all of that good stuff. So hopefully we hear a follow-up to this. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, you know? So she is demanding a jury trial. And this was dated April 4, 2024. Okay. April 4, 2024. So we're going to see where this goes. Okay. I am kind of interested a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Okay. Just a tad bit. I am interested. And I want to see where this goes. I really want to. Okay. So with all those 7 complaints for damages, hopefully at least 5 of them will stick. Okay. Hopefully at least 5 of them will stick. So she's been working in the yachting industry since 2018, and just because of that one situation with these Combs dudes, Diddy and his people, it pretty much ended her career in yachting as a stewardess. That is crazy. All because of Christian, Sean, and all his entourage that came here. So pretty much her career in the hospitality industry is over because she's experienced so much trauma as a result of that sexual assault. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is what happens to these people who are wealthy, They think that their money and power, that they could just do whatever they want to do. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Okay? Things are going to catch up on you at some point. Okay? Things will catch up on you at certain points. That's all I got to say. And before I go, I'm just going to remind you of the complaints for damages. It's assault, battery, sexual assault, premises liability, aiding and abetting, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress. And I'm pretty sure she's hoping at least 5 of them, I am, will stick. So we'll see what happens, okay? All right, well, that's that for now. Thank you so much for those who are joining. We're going to keep an update. We are going to keep up with this story. We definitely are. Okay. And the documents are out there on the internet, guys. You can find it if you really look for it. It's pretty easy to find. Let's see what happens for Grace. Justice for Grace, I guess. I would love to hear what's his side of the story, since we've pretty much heard about, Grace's side of the story and what her experience was like serving them and stuff. So, you know, we would love to hear his side of the story. Let's hear what story he comes up with. But for now, I'm going to go. I enjoyed my time with you guys. I will see you when I see you again. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get up early in the morning because it's after 11. I don't know if I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I don't know if I'm in the mood for that, to be quite honest. So, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Okay. Slide, it was good to see you. Hope everything is good with you. Take care of yourself. Dovey, I don't know if you're still in here, but I think it's tomorrow that you go to court. Let me know if you're still here, Miss Dovey. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna follow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right. Thank you for joining. The name is Carrie. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, it's Carrie. We do what we want over here. We chill, we have open panel discussions, sing karaoke, play games, kick back, or whatever. Let's break the monotony. My name is Carrie. I'm so very